Hi, everybody. Today is January the 3rd, 2023, and I thought I would just pop on for a little while and do some crocheting while we chat. And yeah, I have some time and thought, well, I'm not going to waste my time. If I can spend it visiting with my friends, why not? So, if you're available to chat or if you're watching the replay, thank you so much for watching the replay. I hope. Well, hi, Maribel. Happy New Year to you. How are you today? You're working? Okay, that means you're at work. Okay, you're at work. So just don't get in trouble. I don't want you to get in trouble. I hope you're doing well. I don't know if I can do this without looking. I hope you had a good holiday, Christmas and New Year's. I'm doing okay right now. I have the day off. It's my holiday, so I'm have the day off. So I'm going to just play today. I've been busy putting up videos. Can you tell? I got to take advantage of those videos as much as I can. I'm glad it was nice. So yeah. Well, and trying to keep busy, keep on YouTube and filming videos and crocheting helps keep my mind off of other things that are not so pleasant to deal with. And I know I probably should spend some time dealing with those things, but I just don't feel like it. Oh, that's, yeah, I know. I've been busy. I've been very busy. I've been crocheting away. Oh, here. I don't know if you can see real quick. I'm making a hat. And it's Tunisian. I'm loving doing this. This is so much fun. I had Kathy, how are you, honey? Big hugs to you. My craft room is still my craft room, but we're still a work in progress. I've got I swapped out. I got my wool right here now. My wool and wool blends right next to me. So because this is basically where I sit when I do most of my work. And so I like seeing my wools most right now. So how have you been, Kathy? Did you have a nice Christmas and New Year's? I'm hoping to get this hat done today. That's my goal. I'd like to get this thing done today. Maribel, are you doing any crochet alongs? Are you working on that fruit garden with Dana, or are you doing a temperature blanket this year? I see some more people have come in. Hello, hello. Hope everybody's doing well on this Tuesday, the 3rd. We got a deluge. We got a deluge this morning. I've never seen the rain come down that hard. We even got right here where I'm living, we got a flash flood warning for right where I'm sitting, and we had the alarms going off and everything. And I live in a trailer, and I thought, oh my goodness, the wind, between the wind and the rain, oh, I got a little bit nervous there. A knit along blanket. Okay, you're doing a crochet along with your Yarny Fiber Sisters, and then a knit along blanket. Oh, that sounds fun. Yeah, I tell you what, Kathy, you'd be so proud of me. I'm thinking about I'm thinking about doing uh or learning knitting, I should say. Looking after him. Oh, okay. I'm so glad you're able to do that, Kathy. Not everybody is able to just pick up and go help out family members. That's very nice. Oh, I will. I will definitely keep safe. The rain has actually stopped, but they're calling for rain all day today. Yeah, in fact, I know that there's going to be certain roads that are going to be they're going to be flooded out. So I'm not even going to bother taking those roads today. Did you guys see the yarn I keep buying? I did yesterday I did a video on the Ogo, and I went to Joann's yesterday, and I bought 4 of the gray one, and 2 lavender. So, and on top of the 1 blue and 1 green that I have. So I love that yarn. I'm gonna try to figure out something I can make with it. Oh, you're very cold, so that makes for ice. Yeah. We still have, our temperature right now is like in the upper 50s, I think. Let me see. 61. It's 61 right now. So or 62. And yeah, we're still going to get more. Yeah, we're still going to get more rain. Oh, did you guys see the video coming out of Sacramento? No, was it San Francisco? Oh my goodness. They've never seen that much rain. It was so scary. I imagine. I mean, there were cars floating along. Oh, that looked not safe at all. 32 with drizzle rain. But like you said, it's going to get down lower, and which is, it always gets scary when it's right at that freezing point, isn't it? I was kind of hoping I see 4 people viewing, but I only see the 2 of you in here. I don't know if I'm missing somebody. Yeah, I mean, I saw that yesterday, and I was like, oh my goodness. And don't they have a lot of homelessness there in San Francisco? Because that's what I was thinking. Think about all those people who were displaced and maybe even drowned. I mean, that's got to be scary, especially if they weren't, number one, they weren't prepared, and they've never seen stuff like that before. That's like Florida getting, a foot of snow. Kathy, did you take a project or two to work on at your brother's? And how far away is he from your house? Yeah, I can feel a headache coming on with all the pressure, the barometric pressure going up and down like this. Not a good day for anybody who's got arthritis, that's for sure. Maribel, what's it like in your neck of the woods? What's the weather like in your neck of the woods? Yeah, I have to wear earplugs at night, and I can sleep. I have slept through thunderstorms. I have slept through Mr. Happy's sleep machine and his snoring. But the rain was so hard this morning. It actually, I heard it through my earplugs. That was loud. The colorwork sweater on these. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Does he live far away from where you live? So do you go back and forth, or do you stay at his house? Kathy, it is so good to see you. Well, see you on writing. Have you been doing a lot of videos lately, or have you been kind of backing off? Here I am talking to you, making you type when you have to put down all your stuff. 10-minute drive from your home, but still staying with him. I know what you need. What is it that I need, Kathy? On and off due to his issues. Yeah, I can understand. I will be praying for you, Kathy. Oh, me. I thought that. Okay, that's understand that. Okay. Well, I was gonna say, if you know what I need, that's pretty good, because not even I know that. You're welcome. You're very welcome. If you need to go, I understand that. You're so sweet to pop on. I'm working on a project that did I tell you guys about it already? Thank you, Linda. Um, I am working on a Tunisian hat, and I am so loving this project. Maribel, I don't know if you're still there, but Linda popped in to say hello. So I'm working on this hat. I wanted to get a couple stitches in here so you could see what it kind of looks like. I tell you what, I was thinking about doing, and I still might do a knitted project. Oh yes. She's amazing. I think she's the kind of person who is the same in person as she is on video. But this is the hat that I'm working on. Oop, what's going on here? Oh, isn't that cute? And I'm loving it so much. I think I'm going to buy more yarn so that I can make a scarf to match, because there's a actual scarf that she has with it. So yeah, there's supposed to be 6 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I need to finish this one and then one more block of the squares, and then I start decreasing, and yeah, it's going to be so pretty. Thank you, Linda. Linda, I have to tell you, I was talking with Ursula a couple days ago when we were talking about cabling, and now I don't knit. I mean, I know the mechanics of knitting, but I just have the most difficult time with the tension and everything with knitting, so I haven't picked it up. But it was so cool because she said, well, cabling in knitting is a whole lot easier and prettier than crocheted. And I just kind of like, I don't know about that. Well, and then I started looking at how to do cabling, and I'm like, that's not hard. That's pretty easy. So I was like, now I got to think about doing something like that. Interesting. I might have to take a class from you, Linda. Between you and Ursula, you'll have to teach me how to knit. But I have to learn continental knitting. I don't think I could handle how to do a knitted cable tunic. Oh, that sounds so beautiful. Sounds very beautiful. You know, the funny thing is, I have to tell you guys, I know it sounds kind of odd, but I taught myself how to crochet and to knit. And it sounds so odd, but so my grandmother and my mom both crocheted, but my mom did more knitting. And so when it came time for me to learn something, my grandmother basically taught me how to do the double crochet. I mean, she didn't even teach me, like, she was not the kind of person who taught how to first do a chain and then do a single crochet and then do a slip stitch and then do, it was never like that. My grandmother taught me how to make a granny square. And that's how, just the muscle memory it took from I learned what stitches were. And so I picked up a little book, and I don't know if I still have it or not, but it's like just how to crochet. And they had all the symbols and the pictures in there, and I didn't see any tutorials, but just by looking at the pictures, I taught myself what all the stitches were and how to make them, and I started crocheting. Then I picked up a Learn How to Knit book, and I was able to learn, like I said, the mechanics of both the the knit and the purl. Those are the only two stitches, if I'm not mistaken, knit and purl. And it's just like a combination of those, and, where to, just like Tunisian, where to put your hook and all that kind of stuff, or put your needle. But you're going to be doing a cable tutorial. Wow. Well, that might be a little bit too advanced for me to start with, Linda. I might have to pick up another how-to book or something. I don't know. But anyway, I started thinking about knitting again, and then I realized I hadn't done a whole lot of Tunisian yet. Well, hi, Crystal. Oh, I'm so glad you stopped in. Happy New Year to you too. Are you headed to work? Take the kids to school? So that's when I picked up my Tunisian hooks again, and I'm falling in love with it again. So I'm just loving heading to. Okay, you take care, sweetie. So anyway, I think when you get excited about a new thing in crochet or knitting, you have to go with it and just, like, what do you say? They say just like fall into it. You have to let it just take over a little bit. Okay, Linda, I will look that up, hon. I will look that up. So yeah, I'm a firm believer in, that's what I think that's probably why a lot of people have. Hi, Denny. Oh, it's so great to see you. I think that's why so many people have a lot of whips. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think what happens is you start a project that you really love, either the stitch pattern, the colors, whatever, and you're like gung-ho, and then you get a certain way into it. Bye, Crystal. Be safe today. And then you see something and you go, oh, I got to do that. And so you drop whatever you were loving, and then you go into something else that you were loving, and then you go into that, and then it's like a big cycle. And I think we forget why we loved that first thing to begin with. Hi, Zach. How are you? Oh, that's very sweet. Very, very sweet. I'm okay. How about yourself? You doing okay? Yeah, I think that's why we have a lot of, hi, Nadine, a lot of UFOs or a lot of whips. That's just my take on it, because I know that there were reasons why I started those other projects before and I never finished them. Well, that's nice. Did you have off yesterday too, Zach? Because I had off yesterday and today. So, anyway, yeah, I think one of the things that I'm going to commit to doing this coming year is I have a let's see here. You can't hardly see it, but there's some white bins back there, and underneath it is one of those 9-cube Walmart shelving units. Wait a minute. He didn't want me to cover his shift. That's funny. Okay. Nadine, how are you doing today? So, anyway, that 9-block cube shelf back there, I have all of my unfinished objects, my UFOs, my whips, whatever you want to call them. They've been sitting there for a long time. And so oh, excuse me. So I think I want to commit to pulling out one bag, one basket, or whatever it is in a month, and finishing it. That would be a good goal to have, wouldn't it? To actually finish something. Okay, you know what? I'm out of the loop. You all have to explain to me. Please forgive me, first of all, and explain to me. So, Zach and Denny, you guys live very close to each other. You're in the same area, same jobs. I'm sorry. Please forgive me for not knowing. I'm just out of the loop, I guess. And I was telling Linda earlier that I know everybody deals with grief differently. And for some, they just are angry. Some are very just down and low and depressed. And, everybody just handles it differently and at different stages, and goes in and out and in and out. So I just, what was I going to say? Yeah, see, oh, I see, Zach. I'm sorry. Okay. But my way of dealing with grief for the most part, and it's not a conscious way. In fact, it's very unconscious, is if there's too much going on in my brain, if I have just an extra stress, or I don't know what it is exactly, but my brain literally goes blank. I don't remember what I was talking about. If I have no frame of reference, like something visual to draw me back, then I forget what I was saying. So anyway, that's how I'm handling it. And so there'll be times where, and I've done this before. I know I've done it once with Deb when she and I were doing a Grace Gabin yarn, and I was saying something and I totally spaced out. I was just like, and I don't even remember where I was. I mean, it just shut down, and it's really disconcerting. I shared that with my counselor, my therapist, and she said that well, and I told her, I said, I'm scared of that because I'm wondering now, is this the beginning of dementia in my brain? And she has to, every day she's got to, or every time I see her or talk to her, she's going to be reminding me that it is not. And I just need to be patient and remember it's just, it'll pass eventually. Not as fast or as quickly as I want it to, obviously, but I've got a question for those of you that have actually watched any of the videos I put out here in the last couple days. Are you all able to hear me okay in the videos? Is the volume up high enough? Excuse me. No problem with the sound. Okay, good. Yeah. So it's not on my end if somebody has, if like a particular person has an issue, it sounds like it might be on their end. I just wanted to be okay, Zach. Wanted to make sure it wasn't something on my end that I could correct. Yeah, I know, Danny. I know it is. But I don't know, my nature, I don't know if it's my nature or what. It's like I tend to make excuses, or I don't take the time. Okay. All right, Linda, you have a wonderful rest of your afternoon, okay? Thank you, Zach. I really appreciate that. I have my breakdowns. I know I had one last week at work, when I told my coworker. I say coworker, I have to say she's like the manager where I work. Hi, Dee, how are you? Oh, I'm so glad you're here to join me. Yes, thank you. But I broke down and it's like when you have a job that requires you to be around people all the time and you feel like you don't want to be there because you're basically pasting on a happy attitude, right? Oh, Zach, wow. Yeah, I've told my therapist actually, or my counselor actually told me, she said the worst thing that you can tell somebody is that grief will eventually pass, because she says it never will. She said you might learn how to deal with it differently. It might be just, spotty, but you will always grieve your loved one. But I told my coworker, I said, I can't pretend that I'm happy anymore. I just, it's taking too much out of me. And it's, there are days when I feel like I'm so tired of being there and I can't even think straight to work and to put brain power into anything that I'm doing. It's just, if it's not an automatic kind of thing where I'm like, Dee, I'm sorry, sweetie. I was just talking about how I'm dealing with grief right now a little bit. So it's let's get on a different subject. Ah, Nadine, it does. It really does. And my coworker, she told me, she said, Petra, just don't smile. If you don't feel like smiling, don't smile. There's nothing, you can't make yourself be happy. And I said, I know. And she said, so if you don't feel like smiling, don't smile. And if somebody says something to you, try not to say anything back because um DR, I lost my mom a couple months ago, and I know I'm dealing, and Zach was mentioned that his brother had passed away 8 years ago. Yeah. And one person can deal with grief in one way and another in another way, and it's like, yeah, it is kind of random, isn't it? It's like, this was a shirt that my aunt gave me several years ago, and I love it because it's kind of flattering, and I don't have a very flattering figure right now, but I do like the randomness of the zigzags like that. That's really neat. And the colors I didn't think looked very good on me, but I kind of like them because the base is black, and I think that's why I like it. Hey, Zach, maybe you can design something. Design a crochet pattern like that. Thank you, Dee. I appreciate that. For instance, and I still feel the I know, right? The the grief doesn't go away. I mean, there's days that are worse than others. Oh well. Oh well. I'm going to put this aside for a little bit. Are any of you doing that fruit garden? Oh, I hear you. Oh, Dee, and that's what I was saying before. It's like I'm dealing with yeah, Denny. Denny says, Petra, I'd love to see what Zach would come up with. Yeah, that would be kind of cool. That the way my body has been dealing with it is to blank out. My brain kind of like shuts down, and I don't remember what I'm saying. Yes, you can, Zach. Of course you can. You get a piece of paper and you draw it out. Hi, Carol. How are you? How have you been? My curtains are closed, so I can't see outside. I don't think it's raining anymore, but I tell you what, Zach, it wouldn't actually be that difficult. I mean, it would be different. It would be very different. But if somebody could figure out, I mean, it's just basically a zigzag, pattern. Yeah, there you go. Do it that way. Oh, Nadine, I get you. Yeah. When does she graduate? And what is she graduating from? Fruit salad. I would like a fruit salad right now. I actually last night, well, at a certain point you have to measure your little flowers to make sure that they're not, not too big or not too small. I actually did the first, let's see, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. And this is my colorway here. Isn't that pretty? So yeah, I've got and I still have all the ends. Oh, really? Nadine, seriously? Wow. That's a special, special one, right? Yeah. That's a special graduation. So, yeah, I've got a couple more, and I got all these tails, obviously, to sew in. I gotta go out and run some errands. Oh, yay! We're looking for you on Dana's. No, you know what? I tell you what happened, Denny. What happened is I completely forgot. I completely forgot about it. And I did start watching the playback, and I saw that you mentioned to her that I was actually doing it. Thank you. Faith, family, and friends. Absolutely. In that order too, Dee, because if you get it out of order, you're sunk. I think I'm going to go ahead and maybe the bank. Yeah, maybe the bank. I'll tell you a bank story, a money story. So let's see here. This was day before yesterday. We were looking at our checkbook and we're like, we cannot spend. We got this bill and this bill and this bill to pay. And, I don't get paid until Friday. And what are we going to do? And all that kind of stuff. And so I said, we figured it out. We figured, okay, we're just going to wait for our rent and pay it when my thing comes in. But it's like, okay, we will not spend any money the rest of this month. We're not going to spend any money. So no, oh, it's just a magazine, or oh, it's just a book, or oh, it's just a skein of yarn, no more of that. Okay. Because Mr. Happy has a habit of, okay, well, it's on sale. It's a book that I've been wanting. I need it for the rest of my collection, or it's just a magazine. It's just a comic or whatever. But those just does add up. Right? So I said, no more, not a single one more. And so yesterday morning, of course, I got on and then I started, I did that yarn review on that Ogo yarn and I fell in love with it. I went and looked it up, and I don't know if you're aware, but Joann's, they're I believe they run Wednesday to Wednesday to Tuesday, their sales. And so I'm like, I love this yarn so much. I have to go get some. Mr. Happy said, what did you just tell me? What did you just say last night? And I said, well, and he said, well, why can't you wait until you get paid? I'm like, well, the sale will be over then. He said, all right, go get your yarn. Oh, well, that's just how it goes sometimes. I'm not either, except for the one. Did you watch the video that I did yesterday on the Ogo Colorama, Denny? I'm not a fan of the Ogo because it's just a fancy version of some of the other yarns. But let me tell you, girlfriend, This colorama, did you see it? Tell me if you saw the because I'll go get it if you want me to show it to you. It feels in between, like it has a little bit of a feel of oh, you did? Did you watch the one with the where I reviewed the Ogo, the yarn review? Well, that's okay if you don't like it. That's to each his own, right? Hi, Barbara. How are you? Did you get flooded in? Oh, Zach, I don't worry about it, honey. Don't worry about it. I just put out this week. What I did is on Monday or yesterday morning, I recorded like 4 videos or something like that. Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm going to go pull it real quick so I can show it to you. Oh, I have it right here. What am I doing? Denny, can you see it? Look how soft and cushy this looks. I just love this yarn. So I got this one, and I was going to make a scarf with it, and I still might. I don't know. Yeah, the front yard looks like a small pond. I know. I saw somebody put on, yeah. Well, I put them out back. I didn't record them. I mean, excuse me, I didn't release them. So yesterday, hi, Jill. I was just talking about my yarn that I got. What'd you think? I feel so silly. But anyway, my friend, he says, look, a brand new pool in my front yard. I got a pool in my front yard. But anyway, Denny, this is so soft. I mean, and it frogs wonderfully. Isn't that pretty? And I got one that's in blue. Then I got, well, I'll go get the other colors. So I have one in the, well, okay. So this one's blue. This one is the colorway Bluestone Frost. And I got one of those. Who said they got the Ogo? Let me see here. Nadine, how many did it take to make an Afghan? That's what I really want to know. So then I got this color, and this is called Lavender Frost. And this is Graphite Frost. And yeah, they're all, which flavor is the fuzzy one? This is the Colorama. I just, okay, so here's my receipt. I want to tell you guys what it was. Okay, so normally these are $9.99. $9.99. They were on sale at Joann's for $5.99. And then I got another 15% off because of being a healthcare worker. And so they were only $4 each. Right? So I got 4 of the graphite. I think it's fairly new, Jill. I know that, out in, my friend Deb from One More Whip, she made a beautiful campfire cardigan for her daughter out of these, and it turned out so gorgeous. I love the color. It's a great well, like I said, I don't know, today might be the last day of the sale. Um, you might check if you do have a Joann's. Used 4 for each. Wow, that's an amazing price, Nadine. Wow, that is a great price. So I got 4 of the gray and I got 2 of the lavender. I wanted to get another one. The clerk said there was another one, but there was no telling where it was in the store. Somebody probably picked it up and put it down somewhere it didn't belong because, oh well. So anyway, I could only get 2 of these, 4 of these, and 1 each of the blue and the green. And they are so soft and beautiful to work with. And when I did up my little sample for the video yesterday, they I just loved it. They frog beautifully. So I mean, and they drape if you use a bigger one. See, this is the only Ogo that I have ever. I mean, I have one that Mr. Happy got me a couple years ago, and I've never used it because it feels like Craft Smart. You know, it doesn't feel like anything special. So yeah, and they had other colors there too. They had a yellow color, they had red, they had like a brownish tannish brown. Hi, Shell. How are you? I just got done watching your video earlier this morning. They are so pretty and it works up so nice. But that's okay. Um Danny says she doesn't like them. So oh, are you talking about the other kinds of Ogos, Nadine? Were you talking about this particular one? See, we don't have our Walmart is not like your Walmart up there in Canada, which is not a very nice thing. But then again, your Michael's is better than ours is for the most part. But then again, we have Hobby Lobby. So it all comes out in the end. Hi, Dolly Face, Camille Vanilli. How are you? I have been. I need to do once I get completely done. Right now, there's certain areas that are really nasty. I love your space. One of these days, when I get rich and famous, Miss Jill, I'm going to have I'm going to have a she shed, and it is going to be insulated. It's going to have air conditioning and heat. It's going to be an extension of my house. Let's just face it. And when I grew up, I want to be like you, Jill. Oh, I bet a blanket in latte cakes is amazing. Oh, look at that. Zach threw some yarn in your window, Shell. Um, The way you made that small wall at the entry. Okay, wait a minute. The way you made that small wall at the entry. Are you referring to a video that you watched of mine, Jill? Because I'm kind of confused. The super Shell says the Super Saver ones were gifted to me last year, and they do soften. Yes, I wouldn't have bought any if it wasn't a gift. Yeah, I hear you on that one. Let me show you this. I'm working on this one blanket, and I'm using a couple different brands here. This is Hobby Lobby. This blue is Hobby Lobby. This white is Hobby Lobby. And this light blue is Hobby Lobby. Okay. Now this is whatever. Oh, this is Big Twist here. But it's about the same softness as the Hobby Lobby. But this multicolor here is the jumbo Red Heart Super Saver Jumbo, and I hated working with it. I mean, when you work with Hobby Lobby and Big Twist, you get so used to, that, and then to pick up I'm telling you, I hate Super Saver. The only thing that kept me going is the fact that I'm hoping that it will soften up when I wash it. Okay, so how about I take you on a quick spin of the room? Let me go turn on a couple lights. All right, hold on a minute. Unplug. Oh, let's see here. Just know that there's some places that are not the best. Okay, so all right, so behind me here, this is my wool. This is all of my wool yarn here, and I've tried to organize it 1 to 4 weight. So I don't have any 2 or much 2. So these 2 are 1 weights, 3 weight, 4 weight, and it goes all the way to the bottom. And so here I have, these are my drawers here. I have wearables here, and then I have like just supplies on the bottom. On here I have my other crafting kind of stuff. Here's other crafting stuff. Here's a couple of my patterns, just a couple of them. Okay, I got to turn my light on so you can see the other side of the room. Okay. Woo! Okay, so this is all my cotton yarn. And again, 3 through 4 weight. Here's my whip wall here. And go around fancy here. Okay, then all of this is acrylic over here, and my wearables and completed projects. Then over here is my messy stack. I've got in the boxes are books. Then I have more yarn here, and in here, and in here, and then the top box and that bin. Those are completed projects that are going to be either donated or gifted. So there you go. Thank you, Denny. Well, my biggest thing has been I always want to designate 3 special areas, one for each fiber. So, I because I don't when I go to a project, when I find a project, I have to know um what that's the first thing I do is if a project calls for yarn, excuse me, wool, I'll go right to my wool yarn, you know. Uh look like an entry. Oh, thanks. Well, yeah, it my door is right there to my room. And Fancy's sitting right there, and I don't know if I want or what I'm going to do with her. Um is getting a major overhaul next week. Yes, the beginning of the year is a great time to do it, but at the same time you feel really overwhelmed, don't you? Um Now I also, I have been crocheting in here. I like my chair. It's a fairly comfortable chair. It's just a regular, office chair. I would like to have a like a nice reading chair in here, but if I had a reading chair or a recliner in this room, I tell you what, I would never leave. The only reason I go out in the other room, to tell you the truth, is because I've got my recliner out there and the TV is out there, and that's where Mr. Happy hangs out. And so, he doesn't come back in this room. So if we ever want to, watch a show together or something, or just talk or eat or whatever, then I have to be out there. Yeah, it is overwhelming, but I had to remember baby steps, baby steps, baby steps. And when I remembered that, I just like when I first started doing this right after Christmas, I would like actually had my here next to me, I had my cotton, then my wool against that back wall. And I just didn't like it that way because I was looking at all my spring colors, in the cotton here, and I just liked you put things in order how I use it. So do you use acrylic most of all? Is that what you're saying? So you put that first and then kind of go around? Because I put, well, obviously, most of the bougie yarn and the hand dyed yarn is going to be over in the wool section. Yeah, I love my space. There's things I would like to do to fix it up a little bit more, and I might. We have been talking about moving, and I think at first I thought we were going to try to do it before the end of the year. Then it would be this spring. But I think we have gotten to a point mentally where it's like, okay, it's probably not going to happen this spring. So I think I need to be a better steward of what I've got and the space I have. So I am trying to find a workable um well, first of all, having my acrylic out helps because if I come across a project that calls for acrylic, um uh that would be the first thing I would buy. And I don't want to buy anything. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Um so because I don't use a whole lot of acrylic when I do do my crocheting. I know a lot of other people, that's what their main thing is, and that's okay. Um, I'm just saying for me, I don't since I don't use a whole lot of acrylic, you could tell, I mean, I've only got 2 stacks, 2 rows of acrylic, and most of it, well, not most, all of it's either 3 or 4 weight, as opposed to I've got 4 and 4. So 4. Hi, Deneen. I've got 4 of the sorry, I'm trying to weave in this one end here. Of both the wool and the cotton, because I use those more often. And I really don't use my cotton all that often, but oh well, I like having it. My goal is eventually to have a couple of tops, summer tops, that are wool or wool blend yarns, that how do I put this? That are lightweight and that are breathable. I'd like to have some of those, and I've got plenty of it. Okay, so I finally finished my, and that's kind of neat. But there's the first flower part of my fruit garden. I still have several rows to go, or rounds, I should say, but okie doke. So what's everybody up to today? Oh, Jill, did you read my comment on your video about having extra chairs? Yeah, isn't it? It's something. I mean, there are some, and I know Shell loves the. She works with a lot of the different acrylic yarns, and there's so many kinds of acrylics that, I mean, you can find something that you enjoy working with. You don't have to work with certain yarns because there's other options. Oh, excuse me. I know I should. Jill, I think I was kind of in your area when I was over in Oklahoma City. Took a sick day. Oh, yeah, I get that. Don't want to pass that on. Very hippy dippy style. Camille, that's cute. Hippy dippy. But he went down to go see what's Bob Wills's where Bob Wills is from. That's kind of close to where you are, right? Working on your bedroom and craft rooms, trying to get things to find a home for everything. Yeah, I know what you mean, Barbara. You only got so much space. When you only got so much space, you gotta do what you use what you can. And what do you do with the stuff that doesn't fit? Even in the same. Oh, right. Yeah. I mean, when you think about it, there's so many. Bob Wilson 123 Claire. What do you mean? Who is that? That's Claire from she's in Australia. Is it Australia or New Zealand? No, Australia. Yeah. She changed this channel. It used to be Bob Wilson 123, and she changed the channel name to Claire something or other. Yeah, but But Jill, what happened was is he I was staying in Oklahoma City with my relatives, but he came down into thank you, Heather. And hello, Happy New Year. What I was saying. Okay, Danny, I'm so sorry. My brain just it just went. It's one of those things again. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. Um he went down south into south of the Panhandle. Crochet with Claire. Okay, that's the name of her channel now. Yes. Um and I wish I could remember the name of the area that she's from. Or that he's from. Bob. Oh, okay. No. I'm sorry. Now I know what you're saying, Denny. Bob Wills is the name of an old music person. Yeah. He is a music person. And then there's another one. Hi, Lori. How are you today? Oh, well, you got plenty of time, right? Thank you so much, Jill. Thank you. I appreciate that. That money will be used to go back to Oklahoma City and come see you. I think Mr. Happy and I would really like to come back that way because he wanted to spend some more time down there in that area. He said, it is so dead. He said, it's like you're driving for hours and hours and hours and you're never seeing anything. And I wish I could remember the name of that area. Yes, I know. And yeah. That those names, I know they were really messing me up too. But anyway, that it's way west of Dallas area, Jill, and it's like northwest of Dallas going towards the Panhandle area. I don't know if that makes any sense. Yeah, I was close. Yeah. And he had wanted me to go with him, but he was going to be gone. It could have been for 2 days, and that was 2 days that I wanted to spend with my family. So, okay, everybody's saying hello to each other. Yay. So, so I asked what everybody's working on, and Dee's working on a knitting a hat and scarf set, and who was it? It was Camille said she's working on a hippy dippy outfit. I just remember that. Oh yeah, a boho bell sleeve sweater. I would love that. It's very hippy dippy. Oh, that's a great idea, Lori. Yes. Yes. Nadine's crocheting an Afghan. Lori, did you see my planning video? I can't believe it was so simple, and it just was like, I don't know, it was like one of those light bulb moments, you know. Carol's working on a shell stitch shawl. Nice. You're taking care of your grandkids. Yay. Okay, Jill. It's good to see you, sweetie. Bye. Have a good day. Oh, I love that tablecloth you showed. Is that the same one with the stacked shells? Shell. You're just doing a stacked shell. Oh, that's cute. Um, oh, okay, Lori. I was just showing how I ended up doing my planning. Now, I didn't include the meal planning, but that makes it a little bit more in depth. But basically, I was saying that if you plan like it's really good to see you too, Nadine. Have a nice day. Um, it's called the Fruit Garden Crochet Along. Carol, it's something that, well, originally a lady named Jane Crowfoot, she's known by Janie Crow on YouTube. But she did a crochet along about a year and a half ago, and it's called the Fruit Garden Crochet Along. And Dana from Wanderlust Crochet recently found it. And she's started day before yesterday. She started the same thing. Hi, Sylvia. Thank you so much for coming by. Did y'all get a lot of rain? Denny's working on a John Boy's drawstring beanie. I'm not sure what that would look like, Denny. So anyway, this is what it is. I have the book, Carol. This is called the Fruit Garden Crochet Blanket, and it has 4 different colorways. This colorway is called Dusk. This is linen. No, I can't remember, but it's the first one she did. Then there's this one. It's called Love Is Enough, and then this one's called the red house. And everybody's kind of like picking their colorways and everything. And if you head over to Dana's Wanderlust Crochet, you'll be able to see what she's talking about. Denny, what is a John Boy's drawstring beanie? Okay, and who's John Boy? I don't know who John Boy is. Never heard of him. Is it basically just a hat, like just a regular beanie, but there's a drawstring on it? You're welcome, Carol. John Boy Crochet. I'm going to write that. You know what? Right here in my cart, I am now keeping a notepad and a pen. You go, girl. He's another Kentucky crocheter. Are you kidding me? Nice. Okay. John Boy Crochet. Okay. And it's called the drawstring beanie. So, see? Got it written down. I won't be able to forget. And with my mind the way it is, he's funny as all get out. Oh, that's cute. That's nice. Well, I think I'm going to have to hop off here myself. I need to get a couple things done. Oh, she's made some. I will have to go look at hers. Z from oh, okay. Write it out. I my mind again. I'm sorry, Danny. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the lights or I'm just tired or what it is, but my mind is completely fried. That's why I think I need to get off because I can't think straight anymore. Excuse me. Zelda. Yes, thank you. Zelda NRJ3. Thank you. It was I don't think so, D, only because today's Tuesday and I had today off. So if I do another video, it won't do another live, it probably won't be until Saturday. Because in the evenings I need to relax and just kind of veg when I get home from work. So it was great seeing everybody. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.